Coal is a casualty of the free market. The falling price of methane has driven coal sales down and methane sales up, but is there more involved here than simple supply and demand at work? President Obama's new carbon rule for power plants is a remarkable example of executive overreach that raises serious constitutional questions. Where possible, he has tightened the screws of existing regulation while adding countless new layers of regulation. Add in the impact of the radical environmental community who were busy filing sue and settle lawsuits that allowed the EPA to create law through the courts by bypassing the authority of Congress. The culmination of President Obama's actions has been dubbed the war on coal. And it's being fought right here in southern West Virginia. It's time for Appalachia to end the war on coal. First, I'm going to discuss the permitting guidelines and costs which have crippled the industry. Secondly, I will tell you what the effects our adversaries have had on coal production and employment from 2011 to present. And lastly, I will explore what we can do to fight for our way of life in southern West Virginia. The war on coal affects everyone. Many people don't realize that the decline in coal production trickles into every aspect of our economy. For those of you who don't, hopefully by the end of my speech you will. According to the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection Permitting Handbook published by the DEP Division of Mining and Reclamation in July of 1999, an addendum permitting protocol dated December 19, 2008 and accessed on May 7, 2015, anyone planning on prospecting or exploring an area of operation must obtain a prospection exploration permit with the West Virginia DEP. The submittal fee for a notice of intent to prospect is $2,000, takes 16 to 24 months to obtain, with an additional cost of $3,000. Now, prospect permitting is very minor cost. However, one core hole can cost $50,000 for drilling and analysis. This is money spent before any mining occurs. The handbook further states that anyone planning to construct, operate, and/or discharge water from coal and non-coal producing operations such as surface mines, underground mines, haul roads, access roads, prep plants, and loadouts must apply for 4 permits with the West Virginia DEP and USACE. SMA submittal fee is $3,500, takes 16 to 24 months, and costs $140,000. NPDES permit submittal fee is $1,000, takes 18 to 24 months, and costs $25,000. The 404 dredge and fill permit, it takes 18 to 30 months, costs $250,000. And the 401 clean water cert takes 16 to 24 months and costs $30,000. Permitting alone for one operation can cost upwards of $450,000. In addition to initial permitting costs, mines are required to obtain bi-monthly water sampling and submit it quarterly through an accredited lab. This can cost the company several thousands to several millions of dollars. This is money spent for operations only. Combining that along with the new regulations being put into place by the EPA, the result has been the closure of thousands of megawatts of coal-fired power capacity, which has historically been 60% of the U.S. coal market. Now we face a nationwide decline in coal demand, and by extension, a policy-driven erosion in mining jobs, which is crippling West Virginia's economy. According to Workforce West Virginia Economic, Labor, and Market Information published by Herbie Pauley, accessed on April 23, 2015, many counties in southern West Virginia are pushing 9 to 10% unemployment today, while the state is averaging 7 to 8%. And counties are laying off basic staff such as deputies and teachers because their tax bases are falling. Coal severance tax is money received by the state when non-renewable natural resources are extracted within taxing jurisdiction. In West Virginia, 75% of the net proceeds from coal production is distributed to coal-producing counties. The remaining 25% is distributed to all counties of the state based on their population. Per www.westvirginiatreasury.com, coal severance tax distribution statistics archived from 2010 to present day, published by John Perdue, West Virginia State Treasurer, and accessed on April 23, 2015. In 2010, West Virginia received $500 million in coal severance tax, which has decreased over the last 5 years to year-to-date receipt of $12,422,081. Of that, $773,300 was distributed to Logan County, the second largest coal-producing county in the state. The reality is clear. West Virginia's economy depends on coal, and many of our counties would face bankruptcy if their tax base from coal disappears. Although the plentiful nature of newfound gas shales and the diminishing reserve of coal base have compounded coal's current problems, these factors are not responsible for the nearly 400 fire generators that have been forced to close nationally or will close this year. According to Erica Martinson's article entitled Uttered in 2008, Still Haunting Obama in 2012, published by Politico Pro on 4/5/2012 and accessed on 4/23/2015. The author quotes then presidential candidate Obama from his 2008 interview with San Francisco Chronicle editorial board. So if anybody wants to build a coal power plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum for all the greenhouse gas that's being emitted. The author further discusses that though the cap and trade bill died in the Senate, President Obama utilized the EPA to execute his regulatory overreaching. And it's that regulatory overreaching which environmental groups such as the Sierra Club, Coal River Mountain Watch, Ohio Valley Environmental Coalition, Radical Action for Mountain People's Survival, Mountain Justice, and many others have preyed upon. Based upon information posted by these organizations, their goal is to cost the industry money by delaying permits, halting operations, and engaging in legal battles. They have organized and they're recruiting every day. A direct statement from OVEC's website in their recruiting literature says, take one of OVEC's media training and then step forward to be a spokesperson for your community. Your stories about mountaintop removal and other environmental problems are vital, and the media is essential to getting your story out. They are utilizing the media to wage this war on coal. Maria Gano from the group Earth Justice has been the most vocal environmentalist in this area. In 2006, she received the Callaway Award. 2007, she produced the documentary Mountaintop Removal. 2008, documentary Burning the Future. 2009, she received the Goldman Environmental Prize. 2011, the documentary The Last Mountain. 2012, she was in People magazine in an article, Saving a Small Town by Kurt Pitzer, where she discusses the effects of mountaintop removal on her town of Twilight. She has spoken before Congress and continues to protest at the Capitol in Charleston, West Virginia, as well as Washington, D.C. As seen in the article, 2014 Midterm Elections Issues and Controversies, written by Dell E. Williams from the Database Info-Based Learning, published November 5, 2014, accessed May 7, 2015. The author, Dell E. Williams, points out that Republicans need to control of the Senate to fight federal government overreach, prevent the Obama administration from enacting more job-killing policies, and break through Washington gridlock. Republican candidates in Senate, House, and gubernatorial races are better equipped to address immigration, economic growth, and other burning issues, and will help steer the nation away from President Obama's failed policies. Democratic candidates, no matter how they try to distance themselves from Obama, will support his administration. We need to get educated and get involved. There are many grassroots organizations established here: Citizens for Coal, Friends of Coal, Logan County Coal Vendors. Join an organization. Coal mining is a vital part of our economy. And these people are trying to destroy our livelihoods. They're trying to destroy the livelihoods of thousands of families. The only way we can fight for our way of life in West Virginia is to stand up for ourselves. There's a story I love about 4 people named Everybody, Somebody, Anybody, and Nobody. The author is unknown. But there was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought that anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. The moral of the story is that no one can do it for you. It is up to each and every one of us to stand up and fight for our right to mine West Virginia's most renewable resource. It's time to end this war on coal. Time to contact our local representatives, write our legislature, educate ourselves about the candidates we vote for and who we feel best serves us. Get involved, people. It's time to speak out. West Virginia is indeed engaged in a war on coal, and it's being waged right here in southern West Virginia. Permitting alone for one operation can cost a company upwards of $450,000, thus crippling the industry's stringent overregulation. In 2010, West Virginia received $500 million in coal severance tax, which has significantly decreased in the last 5 years to year-to-date receipt of $12,422,080. Think about the story. Everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. No one is going to stand up and fight for you. It is our responsibility to get involved and combat this war on coal. President Obama said it himself. So if anybody wants to build a coal-fired power plant, they can. It's just, it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum for all that greenhouse gas that's being emitted. I refuse to sit idly by and watch West Virginia's light be snuffed out.